I'm sure you've been there. You and your partner, or even a friend, you find yourselves at odds with each other. Maybe even to the point where you're no longer speaking.
And this can go on for days, even weeks. And the longer this lasts, the harder it is to come back.
And you know, these little bouts of disruption in your relationship, if untreated, can spell a disaster for that particular relationship.
You know, today we're going to give you 5 key strategies to come back from a disagreement or a tough conversation.
Each one of these strategies we've practiced.
Every day.
They're tried and true.
They are tried and true.
We may have even tried them this morning.
We did.
At the end of the video, we're going to give you 10 tips on how to prevent going there in the first place.
Right. So, this is near and dear to us, this topic. We struggle with this probably more than anything else. And now, I don't know if this is a man thing, but what happens to me is when I find myself in a situation with Jody that I'm uncomfortable or there's some controversy, the first thing I do, I withdraw and I head into my cave.
You scamper.
I scamper into my cave. Sometimes I'm there for days at a time.
The truth is, you've gotten much better.
I know.
But I know my usual choice of answering you is a reaction instead of a response.
A hot reaction at that.
So while you go into the cave, I'm reacting and not thoughtfully
You're chasing me around the house.
We recently did an episode on this that we'll put in the links below in our Facebook group, and it was great.
It was great. Now, we have a client who really struggles with this. It doesn't take much to send him into his cave. His wife, his children, and his friends can shut him down. And for him, he's found out it has a lot to do with his impatience, his poor listening skills, and he's really replicating similar behaviors that his father had. Now, maybe this is you as well.
After some coaching, he hired a therapist to help, and that included his wife in some sessions. And while they're doing much better, it made Mark and I aware that what we do to set each other off is difficult. It's hard to receive and it's hard to give, and we've had to work really hard at this.
We did. In the beginning when we met, it's our 12th anniversary this year, when we got together, Jody and I, we were blending 2 families. We had 6 children between us, 2 busy careers, and honestly, there were times when it was all super overwhelming.
But you know, we've come a long way, and we want to share this with you. The 5 strategies that we've used to come back from a tough spot. So let's start.
All right, the first one, what is it?
First strategy is to set an intention about the relationship and share it with each other. Write it down, talk it out, make it thoughtful and kind, and really mean it. And always remind yourself of that intention.
And we do this, you know, it might sound, oh, what's the big deal? But we love each other very much, and we care about each other very much. And, you know, we know that we would never say anything intentionally to hurt the other person's feelings.
Well, it sometimes does come out, and it is hurtful. The key thing is here, it's not intentional.
Right, so it's
And we say that up front, you know, I would never intend to hurt you in any way.
Right.
But sometimes it happens.
So doing this little step is really, really important. The second strategy that we use is not to judge. You know, don't judge. I don't judge Jody. Don't judge the other person. Or even bigger than that, you can't prevent the other person from feeling what they're feeling. If you say something and they feel upset, that feeling is real to them. You can't just say, you shouldn't feel that way. So you've got to be mindful of that and work with the other person.
And there are a lot of interactions that happen that way between couples or friends, or even sometimes with your children. You know, they say something and we react some way and they're like, don't feel that way.
Yeah,
but,
your feelings
are
real.
Your feelings are real.
Right.
The third strategy is to regulate your reactions. This is a really hard one for me. Respond and don't react. Pause if you have to. Make sure your phrases are geared towards rebuilding trust between each other.
Yeah, so this is that whole issue of responding versus reacting.
Yeah.
And, you know, our initial desire when someone says something is just to react.
And reactions are okay sometimes. We have a whole
Yeah.
theory around this that we'll
Yeah.
share at another time. But really, this third strategy is to regulate your reactions and
Right.
your word choices.
Sometimes the best thing to do is to just be thoughtful and say, that's interesting. Why don't you give me a minute or two to think about it before I respond?
Right, take that pause.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if you guys are finding this information helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share this with others who you think would benefit from this material as well. Now, our fourth strategy, which is my favorite, is to apologize if necessary.
Those are my words, if necessary.
I know. It's just best to apologize. We make
So-
mistakes all the time, and at a minimum, admit that maybe you
Right.
haven't expressed yourself well.
Right.
Right? That's
Yep.
kind of what you like to do. I like to apologize
Yeah.
and forgive.
You apologize sum total. I pick it apart a little bit, but I'm working on that. You know, you have to remember this isn't about winning or losing.
Right.
Right? You both
Well,
want
sometimes with you like to win more than lose.
to pick on Jody Day. But we want you to really think about what was said, what you can own, you know, talk about it openly. What do you agree with? And acknowledge that piece of conversation as a starting point.
Right, right. And cool heads always prevail. The fifth strategy, don't make the topic bigger than it is. Stay on topic. What was the finger?
Oh,
is
no,
this
it
way?
was
No, I think it's this
okay.
way.
All right.
Don't make it bigger than it is. If there's an issue that you're working with, work on that issue. Don't bring in the last three things
Right.
or the next two things. You want to stay on topic.
Right. So those are the 5 key strategies
Right.
that we've been working on. And now we want to move to the 10 tips that prevent you from even getting into an alignment issue or into a tough spot.
These 10 things are what keep me out of the cave. You have to identify toxic patterns and be honest with each other. Second thing is leave past issues in the past. Again, don't bring that in.
Right.
And then drop the silent treatment, which is what I do. I go quiet in the cave and engage.
Right. And then the fourth thing is don't engage in any type of emotional blackmail, right? Like, oh, you're never happy. Why did I think why did I think this would make you happy?
Right.
So that's kind of a little bit of a blackmail statement.
Right.
The fifth one is a no name calling rule. You know, no labeling and no name calling, because that
Right.
just gets you into trouble.
That doesn't help at all. And you want to agree on a system. Something up front as easy as, and we've done this, is that, you know, if you say something and you make a mistake, ask for forgiveness, ask for another 5 minutes to express yourselves,
Right.
or just say, I need a little more time to answer. This one I love.
I
number
love
7.
this one too.
Use I or me statements instead of you.
Right.
You have to stop saying that. You have to stop doing that. That's so much different than when you talk to me in this fashion, this is how
Yeah.
it makes me feel.
Right.
So it takes it away from you having to
And-
stop.
Takes it away from finger pointing, right?
It
so
does.
It takes it away from you to here's how it's impacting me and here's what I feel.
This is probably out of the 10 the most powerful change you can make in your relationship, particularly with a spouse partner.
Yep. Number 8, practice active listening. You know, asking questions, pausing, being active and engaged in the listening process. I think this one's kind of important.
No shouting.
Keep a level voice. You know, really keep an idea on your body language, your tone, your voice, your loudness factor, because that
Right.
all comes into play.
And the
the
last one?
10th one is be solution minded.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure you're both moving this forward.
Yeah, don't beat up on each other about what went wrong.
Right.
Fix it. So those were the 10 tips. Now look, this is hard for Jody and I. Maybe it is for you too. But we want to encourage you to have a conversation with your partner or a friend, whoever you might be out of sorts with, so that you can get back on track.
You know, start a conversation, make peace, and plan to heal. And if you enjoyed this, please share it with your friends and subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below.
And we'd love you to join our free Facebook community where we go live every Tuesday at 12:30 to take your questions. The link is in the notes below. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to being with you again soon.